Hey everyone, Brian from Bear Bull Traders. Wednesday, December 11th. Just going to do a quick midweek recap here. Seems like we're just sort of churning along this week. We did have the Fed speak today actually, and yesterday pretty much everyone knows they've just decided to sort of sit on the sidelines unless something really monumental happens. So it doesn't sound like any big moves out of the Fed for the next year in terms of interest rate hikes or decreases. So we had some reaction in that with the dollar and interest rates and stuff. Let's take a quick look. The other thing, of course, that's coming up this week is the pending new tariffs that are going to kick in on December 15th. So I think markets are pretty focused on that right now. A little bit of concern that there's going to be another round of tariffs on the weekend, and so I think that's where we've already run quite a bit. So people are just sort of sitting back and on the sidelines, waiting for that binary event to happen. So you can see here the Dow up a little bit today, Nasdaq up a little bit, S&P up a little bit as well, taking back some of the loss that happened on the weekend, or on Tuesday, I should say. Sorry about that. Yeah, so anyway, let's take a look at some of the indexes. You can see here the transports. I always like to see those follow through, and any market rises, and it's been down, and a bit of an update today on volume, and maybe it's going to start to turn up here. And I really just think the markets are going to churn sideways for the rest of the week here, unless there is some news that comes out on the trade front. So you can see here we lost a bit of ground on the yield today. That decision, the rate decision. We'll skip over the weeklies because we're only halfway through the week. You can see here the Dow down Monday, down Tuesday, kind of up today. So yeah, we're just sort of biding time in this range here, and I think that's pretty much going to be the tail of the tape for all these indexes. You can see here the IWM, we had a bit of a down day today, but well off the low of the day. Volume picked up a bit. So it's just kind of looks ready to take off here, but again, I think it's being held back by this news that's going to be coming on the weekend. Qs, again, we're just kind of banging our heads along this high back in end of November, and again, just 2 days down, and then back up today. SPY, same comment. Basically, it's all the indexes are just sort of biding time here. And you can see here after the interest rate announcement, we had a big loss in the dollar, and of course, a couple of the things went up with the dollar loss. Bit of an up day in the market, bit of a down day in VIX. Let's take a quick look at some of the ETFs that like to watch. EEM, again, when the dollar's weak, emerging markets do well. This looks kind of interesting, and if the dollar remains weak, we actually may see this thing really take off. You can see here 44 roughly is resistance, and again, if we get a nice move, this has been making a series of higher lows. I'd be watching EEM for a break of sort of just over 44. Could be interesting. Nugget had a good day today. Again, weak dollar, and you can see here we're kind of bumping up against this 30 level where we traditionally have had some, or at least in the last couple of weeks, we've had some resistance getting through this level. Always seems to get up, and even today we got up to about 30 and then rejected. 29.82 was the high of the day. So we'll see keep an eye on Nugget as well for a possible breakout. UGAS has just been, price of natural gas has been really bad. Just watching the real estate. Real estate seemed to be hot for a while there, but you can see here it's just chopping sideways. Materials have been doing really well. Some of the stocks that have been doing well are stocks like Freeport-McMoRan, FCX. Kind of surprising that it's been breaking out a little bit. Usually um, stocks like copper stocks usually do well in an economy that's starting to pick up. Economic activity building. I'm not sure why. Haven't been hearing anything about some great economic activity happening, but maybe people are anticipating that 2020 is going to be a great year. And you can see here, energy sector still struggling. Financials took a little bit of a hit today because of the interest rate notes. Technology again was strong today, and I would expect this will, if we do get a trade deal on the weekend, I think I would expect this XLK to do really well. One of the technology stocks should be strong if there is some kind of a resolution. And healthcare just seems to be a little bit toppy here. Consumer discretionary again, just kind of a just chop fest here. And that's about it. So keep an eye on the dollars, keep an eye on Nugget, emerging markets. We'll see what happens with the December 15th tariff decision, see if that goes through or if we get some kind of a reprieve, some kind of a phase one deal. I think the markets are just going to sit back and wait for some indication one way or another, or just sit on their hands until we get through the weekend and see what happens. But that's it. So here's my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade. You haven't checked it out already, it's there. And hope everyone's having a good night. I'll hopefully be in the Bear Bull trading room in the morning, day trading with Andrew and the gang. Pre-market show starts at 9. So we'll see you all there, hopefully. Have a great rest of the evening, everybody.